Good day, all. I'm on a woodland walk today. So here's a bit I haven't shown in my woodland walk before. I was actually coming to get some inspiration from this little moss mound here, but you can see this big pile of dead trees and things. This is on the edge of one of our neighbor's property, and as they clear from the storms, as storms for us are rather normal, so there are always trees to be felled that have died, or trees to be picked up that have fallen. So, but we have so much lovely moss in our woodlands and along the seashore that I always like to come and get a little. And see how this is already out? This is probably out because it looks like a deer either stepped here or a deer was having a little feast. But I'll just take a little section like this. It grows really easily. Then I'll take that home and I can use it for art inspiration as well as adding it to my own garden supply. And then nature will send it back. Now this is private land, so I'm not sure what the rules are in public forests or parkland about taking moss, but luckily we have the luck of private land, so I guess I can't suggest others doing it, but I don't know, a tiny bit of moss in the pocket seems green to me because you're going to be spreading it about. But I just thought I would turn my camera on, and I realized I'd never filmed in this particular section of my woodland walk. Further in the walk in the woods now, this is something I haven't shared. I'm not sure if you can see that peeking out through the woods there, almost like a little fairy cottage. It actually isn't a fairy cottage. It is the part of what used to be the old stable block for one of the big houses here, which have sadly long since torn down. But the family who had to sell off sections kept this as part of their overall piece of land. And though they can no longer afford a groom or have a need for a groom, I think the gardeners used to live in there as well. The outdoor staff used to live there. It's still there. They still use it. They store kayaks there, some of their sailboats. They keep a good supply of wood going. As I'm walking by, I'll show you. It's just another magical part of my walk, because even though I've seen it endless times and most days, I still love walking, coming upon it as I come through the woods, because here you can see here's the path of the woods going down. See, I'm heading down towards the small harbors. I would walk along the marshland where we kayak, which will eventually lead me out through pathways to our own beach. But this is just such a cute little building. So maybe I'll come around this side where it looks more adorable this way. Yes, so this is the aspect I like to come up upon, coming through the woods like this, because it seems more magical. You can see how now, many people, including myself, could see this as a lovely little house, a little cottage, but the house it once belonged to was much larger. And you can see, since the last storm we had, you can see more trees have felled. This old cedar is down. That came down on that poor old azalea, which is probably 50 years. But I just like coming up upon the back of it. You can see it's a 3-story structure. As I said, they still use it now to store things in, but at one time a groom would have lived upstairs because it was a stables. There would have been horses. The carriages were left inside. And I think the gardener, the outdoor staff, lived in it as well. But now, doesn't it just look like a lovely little witch cottage with the wood piled up and the little eyebrow window and the dormers? And see how neatly all the wood is stacked? I just think it's a darling little building. Maybe I'll show you the front on another visit. The front has the wider doors that would have been for the stables, but now are just for the garage to park cars in the summer. But really they have the actual house is further down the road. As I said, it used to be part of a larger estate, which sadly had to be sold off. Such is the fate of post-World War I and World War II America, when taxes hit the old families the hardest. And here we are, down the path further from the old carriage house, back to one of the side paths I take along the small harbors here and the wetlands. It will wind along the curves. In the summer, of course, we kayak and has a different noise, but I love it this time of year. All the trees are bare except for the evergreens. The phragmites have all been chopped about half down because they grow so tall, taller than people. They get about 12 feet tall. And I think I may have shared this little view before. One of the osprey nests on the man-made posts that mimics the electrical poles, and it has a camera on to watch the osprey when they nest in the summertime. This is my little path, and you can see there's lots of ducking and moving of branches. But as I said, this bit is private, so this bit is actually shared between the houses, and we all maintain the upkeep. You can see a long time ago, usually in the summer, when the people who help to keep it clear come through, they put up the little ribbons. Well, I've got my moss, which I reminded myself to grab on today's ramble, and I'm heading back home, and I'm going to do a bit of artwork, possibly some printmaking. So, home again, let's head our way. Well, weather report. We were meant to have a lovely snow, but now we're getting snow mixed with rain. So we had snow this morning. Now it's still morning. It's about 8:30 or so. And now can you hear the rain? It's that late winter, spring rain, which is nice, especially as it falls upon the snow. However, it could easily turn to snow by the end of the day. And that was a quick little interlude for the latest weather report here. After a nice warm 50 Fahrenheit degree walk in the woods, a morning of rain upon snow. Never a dull weather moment here. Well, it's sunny and still chilly now. Our rain turned to snow, so we got snow, and then it became a hard layer, really crunchy this morning when I went out to do the chickens. But now you can probably hear by my feet that it's getting warm enough to be a little bit slushy. But hope you enjoyed my little walk and this week's weather report vlog. I think I'll just close out now with sharing this. This is a little sketch I had made, and then I just colorized it playing digitally for fun. And a friend of mine who's Danish had mentioned that he thought the little girl was a nisse, I believe it's pronounced. It's their version of a sort of a goblin or a gnome, which I thought was kind of cute. But I like to, I love to sketch things, and I sketched this one day just thinking about, who knows what I was thinking about. I probably had dogs on the mind, but I just thought it would be fun to share this. And and share how the weather has changed again. I'm not sure if you can see the birds on the tree. They're enjoying it's getting warmer. But this morning it was slip and slide to get to the chickens. But now it's getting to be a bit sloshy. The birds are so happy. I just put out fresh food for them, so they're probably quite happy. Well, thank you for joining me for this week's vlog. Well, yes, so that's my little drawing. I think I am going to put it up on my website. I think I'm going to turn it into prints and probably put it on some things, bags and pillows and things, as I like to do. So if you're interested in any of that, please check out my website. It's just donnadavisart.com, easy enough to find. I plan to share some other artwork I was making this week, but the week got ahead of me, and so I haven't been able to edit anything. So maybe this week I'll try some different things. We shall see. But thank you for joining me for today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed the walk, my little sketch, and our ever-changing seaside weather. And thank you so much, and I shall see you next week, or maybe during the week. We'll see how the week goes. And as always, remember, stay creative. Cheers.